What's going on, internet? This is going to be a raw video. I just decided to turn on my camera because I got fired from my job at. I was working at a dispensary, and I decided to whistleblow about some sexual harassment stuff that was going on with patients. There was some. There was threatening going on. They threatened my job a few times to get me to stay quiet about the situation. Um, there was illegal sales going on at my dispensary, and I I told my higher ups, my supervisors, and their response was to fire me. So I figured I'd turn on my camera and just kind of record a video. Um, while I try to medicate, try to figure shit out, because right now I'm venting, trying to think of what the best solution is, and the more I talk, the more I can figure out where I stand with everything. But at this point, I don't know. I find it funny that you could complain about something so serious, and without there being an investigation, I get terminated for knowing what was going on. But how the fuck, like, how do you not fire the person that was sexually harassing people? How do you not fire the person that was the whole operation of the illegal sales? So yeah, I mean, how do you do that, and then like keep that person and then fire the person that told on him? Um, there's obviously corruption in this company. Um, it's a cannabis company, and not to speak bad on the cannabis industry, but as of right now, there's no legit company. There's no, at least that I know of. There's the cookie company, that's a really good one, but a lot of these companies have corrupt ways, and they have corrupt systems, and that's the same thing with mine. Um, they just want to make money by any means possible. Um, and yeah, they so I'm gonna start by explaining the where it all started, essentially. So I was sick last Tuesday, and I was told that if I wanted to go home, to just let my manager know, because he wanted to take my hours or whatever. So I let him know. I went to the doctors. They said I had a stomach flu, so I went home. Before I left, my assistant manager gave me some flyers, told me to go pass them around the city that I live in. So I was like, all right, whatever. I go, and I left them at two stores. I was literally at the mall for like 5 minutes to drop off those flyers at the stores. And I called my assistant up, and I was like, hey, or my assistant manager, I called him up, and I was like, hey, I'm going to need more flyers for Thursday. Then I get another call after that call finished from my GM, telling me that why am I at the mall, that if I'm sick, I need to go home. And I explained to him why I was at the mall, and he's like, oh, I know, but why are you at the mall? And I was like, what the fuck? Like, you're obviously just, you're getting petty over nothing, So he asked me for a doctor's note, so I gave him the doctor's note the next day that I go in. And what's it called? So that morning when I go in, I didn't say a word to him, didn't like talk to him, didn't touch him, didn't do anything to him. I'm starting to get ready to trim some butt up, and he pulls me aside to talk to me into this like separate room. So I go and I talk to him, and he's asking me why I'm upset with him, or like why, you know. And I explained to him that I felt he was being petty about the whole sick situation. He knew where I was. He knew that I was doing something for the store. And his response was, well, I'm going to start writing you ups to get you out of here. So in that, I was like, why? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, and so he starts telling me that he doesn't like my work ethic. He doesn't like that I don't respect him. And I told him respect goes both ways. You can't expect respect, and not give it. Especially as a manager, you have to be the one to lead by example. You can't expect your employees to lead by example, So, anyways, that ended up escalating to him kicking me out because I didn't want to show him respect without him giving me respect. And so I left. The next day I come in, and he gives me 2 write-ups, and one of them is for calling in sick when I wasn't sick, and the second one was for I guess leaving early or whatever. And so I didn't sign either of those. And I sent an email to my supervisor. She didn't respond to me with the first email. I sent her a second email like 2 days later. She didn't respond to that one. So I decided to go above her and go to the legal team in my company. I spoke to them about it, and they were like, they told us that they were going to do a conference the next day, which was this morning. And when we did the conference, they literally had me explain everything, that all the allegations, everything that I said that they did. They had me explain that to all of them in front of them. I was in the same room as my general manager and one of my assistant managers. So for one, to make me do that when I'm trying to like privately discuss a situation with you, and I'm telling them in the email that I'm scared for my job because I've been threatened before by these people. So I went ahead and explained everything, I laid everything out, and they said we were gonna have a discussion or whatever later on in the day, that they needed to speak amongst themselves or whatever. So tonight we had a conference call, and in that conference call, I got fired for knowing all about the sexual harassment, and knowing about the illegal sales and not saying anything at the time. That's wrongful termination. That's illegal. I don't know what the fuck they're thinking, but they decided that was the best situation or the best direction to go in, So it is what it is. I just needed to get that out. I don't know. Like, subscribe. I'll probably be posting like strain review videos soon. I have some pre-recorded, so I'll probably start posting those. But as of right now, I think this is going to be my first video posted to this channel. So yeah, hit the subscribe button. Let me know what type of content you guys want to see. Have a good one, guys.